What's going on, social media socialites? How you guys doing today? Yes, so this is an interesting type of live that we're doing. I am live on YouTube on Trucker Brown's channel, and I'm also live on my channel. We got a dual live going. So if you are watching me and you are subscribed to both of us, if you are a trucker, as the title says, we're talking about how you're able to survive your first year in business. Now on the other channel, it says Cigar with the CEO. Even the CEO has to deal with YouTube beef. It says audio or video not available. All right, so we're trying to do this now. I have two phones. That's how I'm doing this. I have my I have my iPhone 7, and then I also have my my secondary phone, which is my 6S. So the cameras are very different. So it's very interesting. So anyway, we're talking about it. So if you're watching, I want you to do two things. One, I want you to come in and first I want you to chime in and say, hey, where you're watching from. All right, so I want you to say, hey, where you're watching from. And today I'm in my office. I got me a nice cigar, you know, for all you people that are interested. So now listen, like it says now, I got to tell you now, listen. On YouTube, on Trucker Brown YouTube, it's been a very interesting day. On my YouTube, it's been kind of quiet. So Trucker Brown YouTube channel, you know, they know about, you know, all the different whispers in the night. So we're going to talk about that today. So I want you to go ahead and say something to me. Don't just look at me. Say something to me. What's going on in the building? All right. I'm doing good. Let's see. We got 301 is in the building. What's going on, 301? How are you doing today? Island Boys in the building. Blessings. That's right. You said the big Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's the big Hall of Fame trophy. That's behind me. So if you're watching, so on the left-hand side is my YouTube. All right. On the right-hand side is Trucker Brown YouTube. On the left-hand side, we talking about even the CEO has to deal with YouTube beef. And on the right-hand side, we're talking about how you are able to handle your first year, how you're able to survive your first year as an entrepreneur. So so you guys that are watching on Trucker Brown, I hacked his YouTube again. This is something that we're doing. We're calling it Financial Fridays, you know. Now, if you're watching me for the first time and you don't know who I am, while you guys are coming in and introducing yourself, my name is E.DeanCole. I am the CEO of DCFI Financial. I don't know if you can see that right there. We are a consulting firm. We specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. So today I'm at my home office. It's a beautiful Friday. If you guys had a good week, I want you to type down good week. This is live. So this is live, all right? You're watching this live. Now, if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, Dean, I didn't get to catch you live. I wanted to catch you live. Two things. Thing number one, if you're watching on my YouTube channel, you did not subscribe. Or if you did subscribe, you did not hit the bell. And if you're watching on Trucker Brown's channel, that means same thing. You did not subscribe. You did not hit the bell. Now, on Trucker Brown's channel, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are talking about how you're able to survive your first year in trucking. But first, I have to handle some business. You know what I'm saying? Now, as you guys see, you know, I have a lot of people that, you know, this has been a very interesting week. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys get ready to get in here. And while I sip on me a little something, you know, Candace dandy, but liquor's quick. And I have me a nice, you know, this is a beautiful Monte Cristo cigar. All right, like, you know, it's a nice light smoke, kind of like what we about to have right now, beloved. Yes. Now, I come from an era where, you know, boys will be boys, and then men will become men, and then you become awoke and you become a god. All right. There's a saying where I come from. I'm from Vine City, from Atlanta, Georgia, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and they say, Don't tell a lie on me, and I won't tell the truth on you. All right? So if you've ever heard that before, have you ever heard that saying before? Don't tell a lie on me, and I won't tell the truth on you. We got a dual conversation going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a lot of trolling going on this week. I'm going to get ready to toast up this cigar. Now, as you guys noticed, last week I was on Trucker Brown's channel, and I had, you know, I was out and about, you know what I'm saying? I had on a nice, you know, I had on a nice little casual attire. But this week, I'm in the office, but I got time. I'm at my home office because I got time. Now, you guys watching on Trucker Brown channel, you guys know what I'm talking about. Listen, we about to do it how we've never done it before. So you guys know how I do. So, you know, come in, beloved, sit down, take a seat. You want some beef so we can eat? Yes, we about to get into it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now, the reason why I'm going live on both of these channels is because eventually I'm going to drop off on my channel, because on my channel we're talking about YouTube beef. Now on TB's channel, because on TB's channel there's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people who have a lot of nice attention span, and because they know what's been going on, you know, if you guys were up last night, you know what's going on. You guys will know. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that you guys see me clearly, loud and clear. You know, I did not want to do the black Rolex day and date this week because I was, you know, more casual in the office, and I didn't want anything to take away from the Louis Vuitton tie. Okay, so I did not want the black day and date to take away from the Louis Vuitton, so I brought out the white day and date. Like, Dean, why are you so flashy? Listen, come here, beloved, I need to show you something. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta show you something. Now this is very important. Now I got my nice little light smoke, which is a nice Connecticut wrapper. We about to do all of this, a nice Connecticut wrapper, okay? So this week has been very interesting for me. It's been a lot of beef that's been going on. So I want to see what you guys have said. Let's see what's going on my channel. Okay, I see everybody okay. I see Black is in the building. Hey, Black, how are you doing? All right, we got LoShawn is in the building. That's good stuff. We got, all right, Wish Love is in the building. Peace, Wish Love. Peace and prosperity to the family. All right, that's good stuff. You blessed. That's good stuff. We got Derek is in the building. Derek, how you doing, my man? All right, so we got really Layboy say had a good week. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. Good week, good week, good week. Somebody said good choice. All right, who was that? That was Wish Love says good choice for the nice Connecticut wrapper. A nice light smoke like what we about to do right about now. Like I said, if you've never heard it before, I'm gonna tell it to you again. If you've ever heard this before, I want you to say heard it. If you've never heard it before, I want you to say never have. You tell a lie. Don't tell a lie on me, and I won't tell the truth on you. If you've ever heard that before, I want you to say heard it. If you never have, I want you to say never have. So I'm about to toast this up as we get ready to go. So let's see who's all in the building on TB's channel. We got a lot of people in the building on TB's channel. Okay. All right. I'm doing pretty good. That's Randy Spears asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty good. All right. So 301 is in the building. How are you doing? Island Boy is in the building. Okay. Rolling across Interstate 10, Florida. Heading to the house. That's what I'm talking about, Randy. I appreciate that. We got Wesley Walls is in the building. Okay. All right. We got Knighton is in the building. How are you guys doing today? All right. I see Garnell Wrighton is in the building. I see some of my clients are in the building. Okay. All right. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Great. Good stuff. All right. Awesome. We got Randy is in the building. All right. Swan dive in. Oh, no more. We're not about to swan dive in. No, I'm about to have a seat, beloved. You guys know how I am. Now listen, like I said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from the land of the free, the home of the brave. I don't scratch my head unless it itch. And we about to talk about it today, 804. So, like I said, don't tell a lie on me, and I won't tell the truth on you. If you've never heard it before, I want you to say heard it. Yes, facts. 301 says facts. All right, T-Lo is in the building. Say yo, yo, yo. That's good stuff. Now, as the title says, as I get ready to toast this up, on the right hand side is cigars with the CEO. See, I'm in my house. You see, I'm in my house having a nice cigar. I got my windows open, so you might hear some traffic. You might hear some kids. See, I live in a suburb, you know. So I'm in my house, so you might hear some kids outside playing. See, that's what happens when you live in the suburbs. And I'm talking like this for a reason. Like I said, beloved, come take a seat so we can eat. Now, you from Dade County, Florida. So you know, I know you know Rick Ross. See, you from Dade County, right? That's where you're from, right? Listen, don't tell a lie on me, and I won't tell the truth on you, Mr. Arnold. Arnold, come to the table. The God want to have a conversation with you, Arnold. So listen. Little nice light smoke. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to bring Arnold to the table. Now, if you guys are friends with Mr. Arnold, I want you to tag Mr. Arnold on YouTube. I can't remember his last name. Okay, this phone is about to go dead on me. So on my channel, listen, on my channel, it just might not make it. If you guys are watching on my channel, then you're gonna have to come on over to YouTube on Trucker Brown channel. But anyway, this week has been a very interesting week, ladies and gentlemen. So what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to tag Mr. Arnold. See, I'm the type of person where I don't sneak this. You know, you tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you. And I call you by name. So we're going to talk about how you're able to survive your first year as an entrepreneur. But yes, Puff, yes, Puff 301. All right, you love the information that I'm dropping. I appreciate that, John Ash. So I want to get this out the way so that I can go ahead and have a very productive webinar where I'm going to speak truth to power. Now, like I said, you guys said it's been a good week. It's been a very good week for me. You know, as you guys see, you know, I had to bring out the white day and date with the initial E in the cufflinks. You know, since y'all say, you know, I dress like a faggot, you know, that's the word they like to say. They like to say the faggot word. You know, you tell a lie on me, Arnold, I'm going to tell the truth on you. So I know you guys are like, Dean, you're such a positive person. Why are you doing this? Let me tell you why I'm doing this. See, the reason why I'm doing this is because when I was the #1 best-selling book of all time said, when I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, right? And when I realized that I was made in the likeness and the image of God, then I became a God. So, you ever heard the saying, don't you play with God? Y'all ever heard that before? Now, don't you ever play with God. The reason why you don't play with God, because then you're going to get the wrath of God. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm extremely woke, ladies and gentlemen. So, this week has been a very good week for me. I had 2 videos go viral this week. And I had a lot of trolls coming at me all week long, you know, calling me a faggot, calling me a coon. People who don't know who I am, don't know anything about me, but you're going to know. If you didn't know, well, you know now. See, listen, you're in the presence of a God, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get to the business, but first I got to get to this small work, Arnold. Arnold, you from Dade County, right? Your mother was a failure of a teacher in Dade County, right? What your boy Rick Ross say? He says, come have a seat. You're talking beef, take a seat so we can eat. See, I'm going to call you by name. So what you do is you tell the lie. You tell the lie on me. I'm going to tell the truth on you. So, Dean, why, you're such a positive person. Why are you doing this? Well, one, I'm about to speak truth to power. You guys know this is an opportunity for me to teach. And there's a reason for this. I've had a lot of negativity on my channel because I went viral. People were very jealous. People trying to figure out how this guy with a little who's been on YouTube for a few months have almost 3,000 subscribers. How does he get 25,000 views? And, you know, all this hate and visceral. See, I did a video last night. This is very serendipitous, okay? I did a video last night showing how all the hate and all the trolls that I was getting on my viral video, it made me $3,600. So if you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on Trucker Brown's channel tomorrow morning, not tonight, because tonight the Cavs are going to play the Golden State Warriors and I'm not going to drop it tonight. But tomorrow morning, probably around 10 or 11 o'clock, I'm going to drop the video where I'm going to show you guys my analytics. And I'm going to show you guys how I made $3,600 off of trolls and off of haters. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because there's one specific troll and hater that did not add to that $3,600. You want to know why? Because when I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. See, this person, Arnold, he spoke as a child. He was sneak dissing. You know, I don't do nothing sneak. You understand what I'm saying? I'm right here with it. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you guys, if you can, now if there's an admin if there's a moderator, don't block Arnold. Like Arnold was trolling on Trucker Brown's live. I need for him to come and sit down. I'm about to help him. I'm about to deliver him. Listen now, you guys know me. I'm conscious and I'm woke, and I'm talking about people in the community always talk about the problem, but they don't talk about the solution. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the importance of why it is so important for you to love and cherish yourself, because you got these trolls out there like Arnold, you know, the one that didn't nobody love. Arnold, the one who looked like his lip looked like it got a piece of elephantitis stuck on the left side. Arnold, now listen, you tell a lie on me, tell the truth on you, Arnold. That's who we talking about. All right, so I'm about to get into it. Now, if you guys don't know what's going on my channel, y'all definitely don't know what's going on. So let me explain. So like I said, I had video went viral, all this negativity, all this hate, all this white supremacy, and a lot of people in the African-American community, in the woke community, was calling me a coon. You know, they were calling me gay because I was dressing a little flashy. But you didn't see no flat. Look, the day and date with the custom cufflinks and the Versace tie, whew, and the Cuban link. Let me tell you the reason why I'm like this, ladies and gentlemen. So for you guys who saw me on my viral video, you did not know who I am. I'm not an African-American broke man trying to be woke because he ain't got nothing going on for himself. I am a CEO. That stands for Chief Executive Officer. You understand what I'm talking about? And not only am I the Chief Executive Officer, I own a very thriving consulting firm. So when these people were seeing me and my greatness, and I wasn't even really trying to be really great like I am. I was kind of dumbing myself down, but because of the greatness that I am, it made some people feel uncomfortable, kind of like Arnold. So Arnold, I want you to come and sit down, beloved. I'm about to tell the truth, because you told the lie on me. I'm going to tell the truth on you. Now, everybody that's watching on my YouTube channel, tomorrow at 11, I'm going to show you all that negative hate, all that negativity that happened on that post made me $3,600. I'm going to show you that tomorrow. If you're watching on TB's channel, there's going to be a link in the description that's going to bring you over to my channel. All right. Now I'm doing this, get all of this out the way so I can teach you guys how to survive your first year as an entrepreneur. All right. Now my phone might die on the left-hand side, so I got to hurry up and get to this. Now I'm building up on this for a purpose, for a reason. Like I said, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And there's a very bad habit that little kids do, is they lie. You ever seen a little kid just lie for no reason? Like, what you lying for? You ever seen what they say? Don't tell tales. If you've ever heard that before, I want you to say heard it. Kids just lie for no reason, okay? They just lie for no reason. Now, we're talking about Mr. Arnold. I wish, well, let's find Arnold's last name, because, you know, I took it down. What's Arnold's last name? What's Arnold's last name? Let's see what Arnold's last name was. Okay. Let's see what Arnold, I can't remember. You guys, I need you guys to tag Arnold and let him know you heard it. Okay, all you guys say you heard it, you heard it, you heard it. Okay, you heard it. Yes. The number one thing they like to do is they like to lie. That's what little kids do. But see, Arnold wasn't raised by any real men. See, Arnold's father was a crackhead. Oh yes. You know, see, I don't know if he was a crackhead or if he just sniffed that powder, because, you know, his nose was so big. I think one of the reasons why his daddy left, because he knew how big his nose was. Arnold running around the house to sniff up all that cocaine his daddy got laying on the table, while his mama go out and work, because his mama was being pimped out. Now listen, you tell a lie on me, Arnold, I tell the truth on you. So the reason why I'm doing this is because this is very important. I'm going to talk about the psychology of a hater, the psychology of somebody who is very divisive, the psychology of somebody with low self-esteem, the psychology of somebody who has homosexual, homoerotic emotions when it comes to men and masculinity that he hasn't dealt with. The reason why this is very important for you talking about how to survive your first year as an entrepreneur, because when you were a child or when you were an employee, you thought as an employee, you thought as a child. But when you became a man, or when you became a boss, or when you became a CEO, you put away your childish things. But I'm going to show you how, when you realize that you were made in the likeness and the image of God, you became a God, how you're going to survive that first year as a trucker, or as a nurse practitioner, or as a clothing store clerk, or as a deli delivery driver, or whatever it is, whatever your business is. We're going to talk about that. But first we have to talk about the way a man thinks. See, there's this gentleman named Arnold who posted this video about one of my good friends, and two of my good friends, two of my good business partners, two of my business partners who we make money with. See, what happens is this: when you get somebody that's a boy stuck in a man's body, he does not know how to understand masculinity. All right. So when you have somebody like that, somebody like Arnold, who's from Dade County, whose father was a crackhead. Now, Arnold, we about to have dinner. We about to sit down and eat this beef. Now, I'm not talking about that can of pinto beans that your daddy threw at your mama because she didn't have that $20 when he needed to get high. I'm not talking about that. Listen, Arnold, you tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you, Arnold. How does Dean know all of this? Dean, how do you know this? Because I'm a God. I'm a God. And I've been hated on by mere mortals my whole life. So it's okay. It's all right for me to tap into my God-like power. Now, if you guys are trying to figure out who Arnold is, if you come back, there's going to be a link in the description to Arnold's YouTube page. There's going to be two links. The first link is going to be when he calls me a faggot. That's the first thing, which was the biggest mistake he made, because I'm going to give him what he wanted. He had been asking for the attention of a God, and I'm about to give him the wrath of God. Now, listen, I'm not talking down about Arnold. I'm just speaking facts, okay? You tell a lie about me, Arnold, I'm going to tell the truth about you. That video that he posted, it is very distasteful to two of my business partners, called them homosexual. Any grown man that talks about sucking dick that many times has a lot of homoerotic fetishes going on. And the reason why he has these homoerotic fetishes going on, see, Arnold, you tell a lie on me, I'm going to tell the truth on you, is because since your father left, you don't know what true masculinity is, because the only time you saw your father in your household was when he was beating up on your mother, and that aroused you. So that put you in a very bad space. Now, I don't know if, when your mama tried to take you to church and you saw men of God, I don't know if they touched you like Bishop Long. I'm not saying that. I don't want to speak defamation of your character, because I don't know that. But what I do know is that when your mom used to beat you because you looked just like your daddy, it made you have such low self-esteem that when you see a man that is being a God, what you do, Arnold, you tell a lie on him, because you don't know no other way. But it's okay, beloved. I want you to come down, come here, take a seat. We're talking beef so we can eat. Now, I'm telling you this, and I'm telling you this in love, because you don't have to be this way. You don't have to see another powerful black man or powerful black men and tear them down just because you're so lonely with your 30 subscribers and you're working as hard as you can, and because you're not a man of means who can handle a couple $15,000, $20,000 watches. No, last time, Arnold, when you was watching me on Trucker Brown channel, I had the black day and date. Today I got the white one. I just might have the red one next week. So, Arnold, I'm doing this so I can show you what true masculinity looks like. See, because you mistake masculinity. You think a man is somebody that's going to go and beat and hit and tear down, but that's not what a true man is. See, what happens is that little kids, when they want attention, they cry out. They say things like, oh, F this person. Or, come look at me. Wham, 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 wham. Oh, F the bearded trucker. Or wham, 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 wham. F Ricky the trucker. Wham, 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 wham. Trucker Brown is gay. Wham, 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 wham. E.DeanCole is a faggot from Atlanta. See, what happens is that when you want attention as a child, that's what you do. But I'm showing you masculinity. When you want attention as a man, you reach out and you build bridges. All right? You tell a lie on me, Arnold, I'm going to tell the truth on you. So let's talk about it a little bit more. So because your younger brother was so much more successful than you were, and your younger brother didn't have that big bubble lip like your daddy when he used to smoke on that crack pipe, and because he didn't have that big, long, wide nose like you did, your younger brother was your mother's favorite. That's why he got the type of love and attention which allowed him to get successful and go to the military. And because you hate success, because you, Arnold, do not understand and you cannot really deal with the emotions that success does for you, because you are sexually aroused when you see somebody like myself. You think, oh, he must be gay because I'm aroused when I see him. Let me tell you the reason why you're aroused. So let me get psychological with you, Arnold. See, what happens, Arnold, is that every man, every boy, it takes a man to raise a boy. And because you did not have a man around to raise you, you don't understand it. So you're still stuck in your pre-pubescent state. Now, I talked about this on my other video, is that whenever you don't understand something and you try to understand it on your own mouth, it becomes twisted. And the definition of twisted is become wicked. A lot of times now, I have nothing against anybody that's a homosexual that chooses to be a homosexual. If that's your business, then that's your business. But there's a group of men around who never had a father, and they have this attraction towards masculinity. They have this attraction towards a man, and they cannot understand that it is natural to where you can look at a man and be inspired. And you're getting aroused, and you think it's a sexual arousal, but it's really inspiration. And so what happens is that when you see that in a man, because it's always easier to point the finger at somebody else when you don't realize you have 3 fingers pointing back at you. See, the psychology of this boy who is stuck in a man's body but still has the mindset of a boy is that he cannot understand. So, oh, that's a faggot. Oh, he a faggot. Or he a faggot. The reason why you say that is because you're trying to hide the emotions that you feel for yourself. But if you embrace and you understand it's okay to see a man, and it's okay for you to be attracted to him, not in a sexual way. So what happens is that your attraction is becoming wicked and is perverted. So what you do is you talk about sucking dick, and you talk about all these gay porn sites to try to tear down that man to bring him onto that level. See, the problem is, Arnold, you're not dealing with mere mortals. When I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. But then when I became a woke individual, I realized that I was in the likeness and the image of God, and I became a God. So you're dealing with some gods, Arnold. Now, because you have been asking for our attention, because you have been wanting to get it, come on, Arnold, come here, beloved. I'm going to give you the attention that you need. Now, the reason why this is important, Arnold, is because like your mama say, you ain't nothing, you just like your daddy. That's not true, Arnold. You might have been raised like your father in Dade County with a cracked out father, and your mama is out hoeing around, and now you have all these kids with your wife who could be a queen, but on the phone, Arnold, she kind of sounds like a scallywag. So I think that's the reason why you have this jealousy towards LoShawn, because LoShawn is a true alpha male. LoShawn has 5 beautiful kids, and he has a gorgeous wife that Shay is beautiful, and they hold each other down. So this is the interesting thing about it, Arnold. So you're subscribed to these people that you are wanting to aspire to be like. So when you see the success of these other people, it makes you feel insecure and inferior. But unlike your mother, Arnold, I'm not going to speak down to you. I'm going to let you know that you are better because of your father. You're not just like your father. You don't have to be that way. So if you listen to the end of this video, Arnold, I'm going to show you how you can become a man. And you can put away your childish things. All right, Arnold? Because listen, when you tell a lie about me, I'm going to tell the truth on you. See, tomorrow, Arnold, when you come to my YouTube channel tomorrow, people like you on my YouTube channel, they make me money. They made me $3,600. I'm going to show you facts, screenshots. I made $3,600 off of haters, okay? Now, I understand you have this beef with Trucker Brown because, listen, I understand. Listen, when you came up poor and your mom is trying to do the best she can to be a teacher, and she's failing as a teacher, and she's abusing you, and she's loving your younger brother, and you don't have a father around, so you have these homoerotic emotions, and you don't know how to deal with it, Arnold. And when you see somebody like Trucker Brown that reminds you of your father, and then you attack him, and then you try to throw me along the line because you really don't understand what true masculinity looks like. See, let me help you guys understand something. I used to be just like Arnold, and I used to be just like Trucker Brown. And not saying anything against Trucker Brown at all. Trucker Brown, my boy, my man, 100 grand all day long. Trucker Brown, I'm helping him to become that better God that he is, all right? But guess what? My past is worse than Trucker Brown's. There's a reason why my name is E.DeanCole, and you see the E is because I had to put away childish things. See, the thing that you don't realize, Arnold, is that when I was in the valley of decision like you were, as an adolescent, I thank Jehovah God that I had some uncles in my life that did love me. And I had a mother that did speak life into me, all right? And so when my mother did speak life into me and my uncles did love me, they actually pointed me underneath Jehovah God, so I can see what true masculinity looks like, so I can be unapologetically myself, so I can be as successful as I am as a black man and not have to worry about people tearing me down. Arnold. So when you tell a lie on me, Arnold, I'm going to tell the truth on you. Now, when you attack my man, Trucker Brown, and when you attack LoShawn, another one of my business partners, and then you attack me, who you have absolutely no idea that every single thing you're struggling with, Arnold, I can fix it just like that. Because one, I'm a God, and two, because I have been created in this lane of business development. So what you're doing, Arnold, so you're sweating. I don't know if you're trying to grow your dreads out like Trucker Brown. See, I'm a clean cut dude. I'm a pretty nigga. I know y'all don't like that. I know y'all don't like them words, but that's what they, that's what happens, So what happens is that the type of women who you wish your wife could look like are the type of women that stand in line to try to have time with me, Arnold. So when you say that I'm a faggot, and all the other people too that has been saying, that has been saying those things, who have absolutely no idea who I am. See, what happens is that you get the woman that you can get. I get the woman who I want to get, because I am clean cut, and I am a God, and I am articulate, and I'm able to focus myself and harness my power to become successful. So like Trucker Brown said, he was going to take your wife. Trucker Brown, I don't think he want to take his wife. Now, I'm not saying nothing about the young lady. I ain't going to say she's not a queen, because I hadn't experienced her, nothing but her voice. But her voice sounds like she's a scallywag. Sound like she got about 3 teeth in the front of her mouth. I'm not saying that that's the case, because I don't want to tell a lie on you, Arnold. Because I'm going to tell the truth. Because, Arnold, when you tell a lie on me and my business partners, I'm going to tell the truth on you. Dean, how do you know all of this stuff? See, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The reason why men like myself make other men inferior and insecure is because I believe that I am going to be with the queen. I'm not just going to choose any old scallywag that's going to have 4 and 5 kids with, so that my mother has to keep those kids, okay? That's not the case over here. So what happens is that because you aren't able to provide for your wife, now, I'm not saying anything about women that choose to, okay? There's some women that want to, go out there and get on the truck. But what happens is that because you are pulling your wife, Arnold, to get on the truck with you, because y'all struggling financially, and you see somebody who is shining in his presence and his masculinity and his godlikeness, and you see people like LoShawn successful, and you see people like Trucker Brown successful, instead of embracing the change, you fight the change. Come on, Arnold, we're not going to do that. See, Arnold, come down, Arnold. Come here, beloved. You know how us preachers do. We get hot. That's another thing y'all say about me. Listen, I don't know no preacher that got this much swag. I'm just trying to let you know what it is. See, I'm an enlightened God, Arnold. See, Arnold, you tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you. So Trucker Brown and LoShawn, they ain't want to call out no names. I'm going to call out the name because he needs the attention. He's been asking for the attention of a God. What they say, don't play with God, because when you play with God, you're going to get what you're asking for. Now listen, I'm not going to denigrate you, Arnold, because I'm going to speak life into you, because I'm going to show you, Arnold, how if you got down and you stayed down, and if you reach out your hand instead of throwing a rock and hiding your hand, you can be in the same position as Trucker Brown, who's making $12,000 in a week. And you say, it's that faggot that helped him get the truck. You guess what? You're almost correct. I did help him build his credit together. But he, being a man all within himself, he got his own truck. And then another thing, I'm not a faggot. Just because you see me and you see my masculinity and you see my swag and you are turned on by it, you don't realize that level of that quote unquote turn on that you feel, Arnold, is not a sexual thing. All right? It is motivation. Because my channel is money making motivation. Okay. So listen, I gotta wipe my brow, ladies and gentlemen, because So I said all of that to say this, Arnold. So what I want you to do is I want you to sit down and I want you to listen. I want you to shut your mouth, that lie in the mouth of yours, open your 2 ears, and I want you to hear how you can be better than your father. How you can be the man that you want to be instead of the boy that your mother beat because you look like your father. See, Arnold, when you tell a lie on me, I tell the truth on you, and guess what, Arnold? The truth hurts. And unfortunately, because you do not know what true masculinity looks like, you only understand and know one side of that. But no, Arnold, I see, just like because I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, but then I became a man, I put away childish things, but then I became woke, and I realized that I was made in the likeness and the image of God, so I became a God. I am a loving, generous God. I'm not going to be mean, I'm not going to be hateful, I'm not going to be spiteful, but at the same time, I am going to give you this work. I am going to give you this work, okay? So I said all of that to say this. That is how you are. That is why you have the sexual romantic fantasies that you do when you see a strong man and you don't know how to understand it. So now you understand that's where you are and that's why you are where you are. So now we're going to move forward and we're going to talk about how you cannot be in that place to where you can be like Trucker Brown or you can be like LoShawn and Shay don't have to work. You understand what I'm saying? Because he takes care of his. You understand what I'm saying? So I know when you subscribe to these people's channels that you talk about, like Ricky and like the bearded trucker, and the bearded community and Trucker Brown, and because you are glued to the channel and you don't know how to, work out the feelings that you have, you automatically assume that it's negative. But what happens, Arnold, is that the energy is coming from you because you don't know how to understand, you don't know how to extrapolate success. So I know you haven't seen what true men are because Trucker Brown listen, Papa Bears are capital M-A-N. You understand what I'm talking about? KT is a capital M-A-N. Unfortunately, you talking about Trucker Brown's son playing the video game, he's more man than you are. You want to know why? Because he has men in his life right now, unlike you. And he has love from men, unlike you. So he's more of a man than you are right now, even though he's, 12 years old? So, you tell a lie about me, I speak the truth about you. So Arnold, I said all of that to say this. You're going to have to grow up, and you're going to have to put away childish things. The number one childish thing you're going to have to put away, Arnold, is lying. Lying on me, lying on Trucker Brown, and then discredit the truth. So, let's talk about the truth. The truth is, how can you survive as a trucker or just as a business your first year? Now, see, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. See, just like Arnold, a lot of you guys are stuck wanting to be successful entrepreneurs, but you don't know how. The reason why you're stuck wanting to be a successful entrepreneur is because of fear. All right? So if you're watching this right now, I want you to interact with me and I want you to engage with me. I want you to say fear. All right? So if you're with me, I want you to say fear. The number one thing that keeps somebody bound is fear. Fear that I might be gay, in Arnold's sake, or fear that I won't make it as an owner operator, or fear that I can't make it as an entrepreneur, or fear that I won't be able to succeed, or fear that my truck is gonna break down and I'm not gonna have any money, or fear that I'm not gonna be able to build a relationship. See, fear is what keeps somebody stunted. The same way that Arnold was stunted in his growth, a lot of you guys are stunted in your growth because of fear. All right? But you cannot be motivated by fear. You have to be motivated by faith. All right? So those same people that said fear, I want you to write down faith. All right? You have to be motivated by faith. All right? So let me explain something. The reason why Trucker Brown is successful, the reason why LoShawn is successful is because they moved on faith. They were at a very popular company called Prime, the cream of the crop. They rose to the top. And so LoShawn was very unhappy, and he stepped out on faith and went with another company so he can get into the direction he wanted to get into. So this is the secret. Let me tell you the secret about successful people. Let me tell you the secret about gods. How you go from being a child to a man, and from a man to being a god. And in this situation, we're talking about being a successful entrepreneur, a C-level executive, is that you do it in the face of fear. The most powerful book, when it talks about entrepreneurship, it says, only be thou strong and very courageous, and then you will eat the good of the land, or achieve your goal, or walk away from your job, or fire your boss, or fire your dispatcher, or eventually lose the weight that you want, or marry the woman of your dreams. Only be thou strong and very courageous. what's the definition of courage? If you do a research or do an etymology on the word courage, it means to stand in the face of fear. All right. So what you have to do, the first thing that you're going to have to do if you want to succeed your first year of entrepreneurship is you're going to have to stop being afraid. Scared money don't make no money. All right. I did a video on my YouTube channel that said scared money don't make no money. Now, let's talk about how you're able to get over your fear. Now, if you guys don't know, like I said, if you're watching me for the first time, you don't know who I am. My name is E.DeanCole. I am the CEO of DeanCole Financial. All right. I'm the CEO of DeanCole Financial. That's my website in the background. See that? 100% money back guarantee. I don't know if you can see that or not. And we are a consulting firm. We specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. Okay? Business credit development. Get over your fear by developing your business. There are two types of fears that we have. It's fear of the known, of what could happen, and then it's fear of the unknown, of what might happen. All right? Could means I've seen it happen before, and what happened to Little Dog and what happened to all these other people could happen to me. Or of what might happen. I might not make it. I might be like all the Swift drivers and crash in the wintertime. I might not be able to, make the contracts, or I might not be able to get the contracts with the shippers. I might. So this is what happens. The number one way for you to overcome your fear, whether it's the fear of known or fear of the unknown, is you have to know more. All right? You're going to have to educate yourself. So just like Arnold, who did not educate himself on what it's like to be a true man, and he thinks that masculinity is fussing and cussing, and he thinks that the only way you can make somebody feel bad is by telling lies on them, whereas Arnold, I made you feel extremely bad, sir, just by telling the truth. All right? So I said all of that to say this. The more you know, the more powerful you become. And now the fear goes away. So let's talk about the two fears. We're talking about the fear of what could happen and the fear of what might happen. Let's talk about could. The fear of what could happen is, I saw this person lose their truck. I saw this person lose their house. I saw this person lose their wife. Their wife cheated on them. I saw this person turn to an alcoholic. I saw this person get all these fees when it came to DOT. I saw this person break down. Let me tell you something. If you see that it could happen, you plan against it happening. Now, I'm going to speak truth to power, because I am a CEO of a consulting firm that specializes in business development. And I currently right now I have over 245 businesses that I consult and I develop on a daily basis. All right. And you in your mind might know 3 entrepreneurs, but in my entire scope of business development, hundreds, thousands, definitely thousands. And the number one thing that makes all of them successful other than others is they do what's necessary so that they can have preventative measures. What do you mean by that? Now, in the blue collar community, listen, I'm gonna tell you something else about this E. Want to know another reason why I love the trucking community so much? There's a reason why I love it and I haven't been in it. Because when I was a child, I thought as a child, I did some things, couldn't drive for a long time. See, what you don't know about somebody could be that very thing that you have in common with that person, or even worse. So let me explain a little bit more. You think that, okay, you can't get a loan. Okay, I'm just gonna pay cash for everything because I'm afraid of the finance man, or I'm afraid of paying all these high interest fees. I'm afraid of paying this debt. Some of the best advice I ever heard is that if you think pennies, you get pennies, but if you think dollars, you get dollars. I spoke with the trucker yesterday, and he was asking me, he was like, Dean, I don't know if I should buy this one truck from the auction and put all this money into making it right, or if I should get this new truck. The only reason why he was afraid is because of what uneducated people have told him about financing and leasing. So what we did was we put it down on a piece of paper. And when we looked at it, him getting the new truck versus him putting all this money in the old truck was a difference of maybe $3,000. And so then I asked him this question. I said, would you pay $3,000 over the next 4 years to be more comfortable? Because it's a brand new truck. You don't have to worry about where you're going to turn it in, because this particular truck comes with a full warranty, because this person built their credit so well to where they got like top of the line from Freightliner. And he was like, you know what, Dean, I would. Because he was thinking pennies instead of thinking dollars and the entire totality of it. So I said all of that to say this, is that when you think about business and business development, what's going to make you survive your first year and be a true entrepreneur and a true executive, be like a real trucking executive and just say that you're a trucking executive. Like, I don't know what trucking executive got. Besides a hard-on for my business partner, I don't know what else the trucking executive got. But let me tell you what I have seen and what I do know trucking executives have. True trucking executives, they write checks because they have resources to take care of things. Today, one of my clients that's watching today, I saw that he actually he chimed in with all the comments. Today, he got approved for $15,000. He started his business in October. He got approved for $15,000. And you want to know what the $15,000 was for? It was for fuel and maintenance. Started his business in October. When you know more, you can do more. So that takes away that fear of what if. If you had $15,000 just for fuel and maintenance, think of what you could have. Now that video, I'm dropping tomorrow, because tonight, LeBron is going to play. I have 4 videos that I'm going to drop tomorrow morning, because I'm not going to try to compete with the Cavs. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to try to compete with Golden State. But if you come over to my YouTube channel, you're going to hear video testimonial from the gentleman who just got $15,000 today. Now that's just part of it. Since October, since he's been in my course, he got $60,000. And he is a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam Muslim. Nation of Islam Muslim. A young black man that people counted out Muslim. So it does not matter your sexual orientation. Kind of like what Arnold is struggling with. It does not matter the color of your skin. It does not matter your religious background. What matters is, does the numbers match up? That's why I am able to choose which day and date Rolex and which Cuban seed cigar, because it's not a Cuban cigar, but a Cuban seed cigar I want to puff on, and which designer tie. The reason why I'm doing like, dang, you're so arrogant. Listen, I got to show you something so that you can look past what you think success is and really see what success is. So I said all of that to say this. This gentleman built $60,000 since October. That's just one. Yesterday, somebody who was in YTTA, all right, happens to be a client of mine, got approved for $250,000 in their business name. He just happened to start a corporation a couple years back. Didn't know what to do with it. He tried to build business credit and failed. Then I showed him how to build business credit the right way, follow the rules and the guidelines. He got pre-approved for $900 and some odd thousand, right at $1 million. He got pre-approved for that. But one of those was an actual approval of $250,000. I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying it to impress upon you. If you, what Trucker Brown say right before he got out, if you know better, then you do better. So, I said all that to say, fear. Take away your fear of what could happen and prepare yourself so it does not happen. That's thing number one. Thing number two is what might happen. That's the fear of the unknown. Listen, scared money don't make no money. If you fail, so what? You fail. A lot of people think LoShawn failed because he went out, left Prime, got a truck didn't do so hot. Now he's working for Trucker Brown. They said, oh, he was a failure. But guess what? Failure isn't failure until you accept defeat. Did Trucker Brown get hit on the chin? Yes, he got hit on the chin. He got robbed by those bastards over there at Prime. He did. But because he got good, strong men around him, we encouraged him. told him to keep moving forward. He pioneered a way. Now he's making more money there, and he's teaming. The load that Trucker Brown and LoShawn took that's made $12,000, you can't do by yourself. Teamwork make the dream work, all right? I said all of that to say this. On your journey of entrepreneurship, you are going to fall, but it doesn't mean that you're going to fail. You see my success right now, and you see this swag that I got right now. You want to know why I got this swag and why I got this success and I got those trophies and why I got all of this stuff is because I failed so many times at doing other things, but I never gave up. I never stopped. All right? When you fall, you get back up. You don't become a failure, kind of like Arnold, and you stay in that depressed state. No, what you do is you reach out, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you keep going. Let me tell you guys something about fear. The fear of failure is more paralyzing than failure itself. I'm divorced. When my ex-wife left me, it broke my heart because it took my little girl from me. I mean, I'm still there. It's not the exact same thing, but it broke my heart, and I was like, oh man, the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. I had a mortgage company, I had a full-fledged mortgage company. My mortgage company crumbled. You know, the most powerful book when it talks about entrepreneurship, it says, if a man don't work, he don't eat, kind of like Arnold. And because I was working, I did not really own my mortgage company. I had employees underneath me, and I had mortgages that I was closing. I was closing on average around around $1.5 to $2 million a month. But then when I got depressed and my ex-wife left, and the reason why she left is because she wanted to pursue her own passions. She didn't like the fact that I was making all this money. It made her uncomfortable. It made her uncomfortable. We were unequally yoked, and it made her uncomfortable because she was like, what if you just decide to leave me? I'm like, you got my child. I'm not going to leave you. So she was like, I want to make my own money. I'm like, you know, we got a joint account. What's my money is your money. But because in Atlanta, in Georgia, what she did was not in demand. So she is, her definition of success is having a nice job, getting a gold watch when you retire, instead of having money in the bank and being able to buy as many $20,000 watches as you want to. But I said all of that to say this. When that happened to me, it happened. I was devastated. My mortgage company failed, my mortgage company crumbled, but it did not take away my love and my passion and my desire. So what did I do? Nurse my wounds, pick myself up, dust myself off, and realize that fall wasn't as bad as I thought it was. If you're watching this right now, and if you've ever been fired, or if you've ever lost your job, or if you've ever had anybody cheat on you, or if you've ever had anybody, or if you've ever lost anything, you ever had a house foreclosed on, or if you ever filed bankruptcy, or if you've ever got a repossession, and when it happened to you, you realize it wasn't that bad, I want you to give me 5. I want to see all 5 of them. 5 laughy emojis. Back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 5 laughy emojis. The reason why is because I want you to laugh in the face of fear. I want you to laugh in the face of defeat. You went through that thing, and when you went through it, you became better because of it. The exact same thing as being an entrepreneur. When you position yourself the right way, and you realize that, listen, bad things can happen. Bad things will happen. You will get DOT fines like Trucker Brown. You will get things to break down like Trucker Brown. You will get shippers to pick up the load and the load ain't ready. You're gonna have all of those things. But guess what? Because of that cockiness and that arrogance that makes you uncomfortable, that's what drives him. The same thing that drives me. Any successful entrepreneur, any successful person, that humility does not exist to kings and gods. Humility exists to servants and people who are in servitude. Because we were a child, we thought as a child, we spoke as a child, but when we became men, we put away childish things, then we became woke and we became gods. You have to love yourself. You have to have confidence in yourself. So all the people that say, how dare he, that's how he's able to be successful, like he is. And game recognized game. And when Ricky saw that, and Ricky saw that he was a real G, that whole little situation was squashed. Because Ricky is the exact same way. I'm the exact same way. That's why Trucker Brown can ask me for anything. He got it. No matter what it is. Because I want to see him successful. I want to see him win. LoShawn can ask me for anything. You want to know why? Because I want to see them successful. I want to see them win. Because people are watching. And the people that are watching need to be inspired and see that if he can do it, then I can do it. And if I can do it, then you can do it. So I said all of that to say this. All that little meek, that low self-esteem, like what Arnold has, that false sense of security, and that false sense of meekness, like Arnold has, you have to let that go if you want to be successful. Listen, people are going to talk about you. When people talk about you, what do? Make money off of it. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys how I made $3,600 off of people trolling. So all those faggots, like what Arnold said, it didn't stop me from waking up in my house. That's mine. I ain't got to worry about no snaggle-tooth woman telling me what I can and can't do. I'm not saying she is, and I'm not saying that's the situation. I woke up in my house. I got into my V12 car. I drove into my office on the 30th floor. I'm not saying this to brag or to boast. I'm saying this to bless you, to see that it's possible. And I did it because I put away childish things. The reason why you're able to see Trucker Brown in his own truck is because he put away childish things. The reason why you're able to see Lord Sean tell these people, listen, you're going to pay me $600 a day, because he put away childish things. So when you're looking at Trucker Brown and you're just thinking, oh, I just want to get information, you know, you're getting more than information. You're getting inspired. You need to have this boldness and go after your dreams. That's the only way it's going to be, especially in African-American culture. See, let me explain something about the trucking industry that I've discovered. And I've been in the trucking industry for an extremely long time, because the reason why I know all these guidelines is because, like I said, I worked for the banks. And I lend on fleet. I lend on fuel cards. I lend on that all the time. So I know exactly what the banks need to see before you go to the bank. So when you position yourself, the bank is going to come to you running to give you money, because so many people don't fit the mold and they get denied. When you fit exactly what the bank want, the bank is going to throw you money. Like my client that got he 900, it's like right at $1 million. One bank just said, here, you got it, it's approved. The reason why is because so many people come to the banks and they get turned down, they get turned down, they get turned down. The reason why they get turned down because they don't know what they're doing. But because I worked at the banks and I saw it and I told them, do this, do that, people come knocking to give you money, because you will get approved, because they getting paid money when you get approved. Win-win situation. I said all of that to say this. I've been in the industry on the back end of the table for a very, very long time. That's how come I'm able to speak the lingo when I talk about freight, when I'm talking about low boys, when I'm talking about step deck, when I'm talking about dry van, when I'm talking about fuel. I think the only time I ever said gas was a mistake, because I understand the business. I've been on the back end of the business, and this is what I've noticed about this business, of this blue-collar trucking industry. Y'all hate people like me. Can't stand people like Trucker Brown. The reason why is because older Caucasian gentlemen don't like seeing African-American men so bold. It makes them feel uncomfortable. All right? And then you have African-American men that are used to being made to feel uncomfortable. When they see a black man be bold, it makes him uncomfortable, because he think, oh, we're going to get in trouble. No, ain't no getting in trouble. This is 2017, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You understand what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say this. My phone is about to die, and I got to hurry up and wrap this up. We've been on this thing for a little over an hour, and I wanted to be right at an hour. But the thing that you need to do is get over your fear. Fear of what looks like you and makes you uncomfortable, and fear of what doesn't look like you and makes you uncomfortable. You're going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable if you want to win. All right? Get past your fear. Second thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to educate yourself. Educate yourself means that you are going to have to invest in your education. Anything that you want, you're going to have to pay for it. It costs to be the boss. This Coke, I paid for it. You best believe this day and date Pearl. Last time I had the black one. Go back and watch the video. Like I said, I might have the red one. I might bring out the ruby red one. I've been waiting on that one for my photo shoot for my new book. But anyway, I might bring it out just for all the haters and the busters. But nevertheless, you'll have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay for it. And you can either pay for it up front, or you're going to have to pay for it the hard way. Listen, your most valuable possession is your time, which is why I hate when people waste my time. I invest in people that invest into themselves. You're going to have to do the exact same thing. Invest in yourself. All right? The same way you had to go to school to get your CDL, or you had to go drive for a company and be working for them for a couple of years, you're going to have to do the exact same thing in this transition of becoming an owner, operator, or in this transition of starting your bakery, or in this position of starting your graphic design, because there are people that are C-level executives that look at Trucker Brown as just not the trucking community. Oh, so whatever your goal is, whatever it is in life, you're going to have to invest in yourself. Women can't believe that I'm single. Oh, I can't believe you're single. You got too much. Why are you single? You want to know why? Because I invested in myself in 2016 so that I can make sure that I can be as successful as I am now. That's why I'm unapologetic about it. You understand what I'm talking about? So when I have a couple of cars and I say this is my summer car, this is it. And when I come up with that Lamborghini next year, January 31st, 2018 for my birthday, I'm going to do it. You want to know why? Because I'm getting down, I'm standing down, and I'm grinding. It is a Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. I am a clean-cut, handsome, financially fit African-American man in Atlanta, Georgia. You know how many bars are popping right now? But guess what I'm doing? I am empowering you. And as soon as I do this, I'm going to edit some videos. I'm going to create some content and create 2 websites for clients. You want to know why? Because I want to be successful. If you invest into the situation and you invest into your future, you can have it. Don't be mad at Trucker Brown because he got down and he stayed down. He stacked his money. He did what I told him to do for his credit. He called me frustrated, and I said, Trucker Brown, believe the principle. I don't believe it, Dean. I said, trust me, believe the principle. I said, I don't, trust me, believe it. Trust me, trust me. He made it happen. Boom, he popped off. And so you have the nerve, the audacity, and a mitigated gall to say he was sucking dick to get where he was? No. He was getting down, he was staying down. The exact same thing that you can do as well. But if you weren't so negative and dealing with your inferiority and your insecurity, Arnold, I ain't let you go yet, young man. Turn you to a God. I'll make a man out of you after this. When you do those things, then you can have those type of things. So my phone is about to die. My cigar is about to go out. All of you guys that asked me questions, I want you to ask them again below. I had to stay focused. Every question you ask me, ask it below. And then come to my channel. In the description will be my video. In the video description, in the description below will be my contact information. Just type E.DeanCole on YouTube and you'll come to me. E.DeanCole. E.DeanCole or hashtag Money Making Motivation. You can find me. All right. Now, this is something that we're doing, Financial Fridays. So I'm going to tell you the 5 things that you're going to need to do to be successful your first year as an entrepreneur. And the first thing is going to have to get over your fear. And I'm going to tell you the second thing next Friday. All right. So I want you to subscribe to Trucker Brown's channel. Hit the bell. So if you like this information and you want this information, you can position yourself. These 4 weeks, I'm going to tell you everything you need to do to get over your insecurities, get over your fear, position yourself so you can be successful just like everybody else. Arnold, you have been in the presence of a God that you have been asking for, not a faggot like what you see staring back at yourself when you look in the mirror. Now, you're not that. Your insecurities that you feel, that homoerotic emotion that's going through your heart and going through your mind, it's because you have an unhealthy relationship with what you see and think a man is. But reach out to me. All right? We can have conversation. We can have dialogue. I can help you. And tomorrow, when you come to my YouTube channel, Arnold, I'll show you how people like you make people like me $3,600. Facts. I'm going to show you the proof. The proof is in the pudding. I'm 100% transparent. If you guys can't tell, I'm going to drop that tomorrow. So I said all of that to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Position yourself. Get over your fears. Your fear of what you think about yourself, the fear of what other people make you feel about yourself. When you see somebody else shining, don't hate on them. If you feel that sense of hate, that's because that is your mortality dealing with a God awakening inside of you. When you see another God shining, you need to shine too. Me and TB been on the phone almost 24 hours a day for the past 3 days because I saw a God shine so heavy. And I called Trucker Brown like 3 o'clock in the morning and said, bro, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to, all these projects, we got to finish them and tie them up. He's like, what got under your skin? I told him, he said, I saw it too. Because it spoke to him. And he got inspired, I got inspired. That's what happens. Don't pull down to build. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I apologize for all the vernacular. I show off when I'm arrogant. I am. because I've earned it. I'm not as arrogant, but today I was extra. For all the people that like to say faggots, and all the people that like to say broke, and all the people that like to say, yeah, I don't know, you know, for all the people that like to say that, and for all the people that say stay humble. No, there's no humility in success, none. Your president, Donald Trump, is one of the most arrogant people on earth, and guess what? He's the president of the United States of America. You want to know why? Because he was bold enough to think he can do it. One of the best presidents that ever lived was the president before him, was a black man, President Barack Obama. You want to know why he became the president? Because he was bold enough to think he can be the first African-American president. 2 terms. So your humility, that's childish behavior. Children are humble. Grown men and grown women operate in who they are, what they are. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Put that false sense of humility away. Embrace who you are. People will try to make you feel bad for desiring what you desire. People will try to make you feel bad for wanting to be a better you, have that crab-like mentality. And people say, who do you think you are? You need to be the best you that you can be. Put away all those old negative things. Put it behind you. Come to my YouTube channel, E.DeanCole, hashtag Moneymaker Motivation. I'm going to show you how I turn trolls make me $3,600. Ma'am, the reason why I went so hard on Arnold is because he wasn't on my channel. So that didn't make me no money. So if it didn't make me no money, I had to use this as an opportunity to teach truth to power. So Arnold, if you want to know how to get past those 30 subscribers, and maybe because these gods are talking about you, you might be at 150 today. I don't know, you know. But if you want to do that, you're going to have to put away your childish thinking. All right? The same way you guys are watching and don't know who Arnold is, come to my YouTube channel. Under my video, there's going to be a link to Arnold's page, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And the way that he is acting is the way some of you guys are acting in your heart and mind when it comes to success, when it comes to going after your goal. Don't fight it. You have to feel it. Embrace it. Develop the character. Develop the fortitude. Develop the relationships and build so you can achieve any and every goal that you want to achieve. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have been having a cigar with the CEO, and you've been in the presence of a God, and I had to do that for the peasant that was trying to fight the God. All right, guys, you have a good one. Enjoy the game. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow on my YouTube channel. All of these questions that was asked, I missed them. Come back underneath the video and ask your questions. On my YouTube channel, I had 700 questions. I answered all of them. That's how I made $3,600. You go get them. Success is waiting for you.